Okay, so here's the lecture for section 7.3. This is about common denominators. Notice both these have the same common denominator, so I can make them one fraction common denominator. Now, how do you reduce that fraction? You have to factor the top. Take out an 8 GCF, leaves m minus 2, right? Because 8m and 8 times 2 would go back to 8m and 16. So that's right. And then can you reduce that thing? The m minus 2's cancel. It's just 8. There's the answer. Here's number 3. These have the same common denominator. So I'll just do it up here so you can combine them into one fraction. Plus 9x minus 35x plus 8 over x minus 4. There we go. That's good. No, that's actually wrong. But a lot of people make that common mistake. It's actually minus both of these. You have to put parentheses because you're subtracting the entire fraction on the right. What that means is the minus sign needs to distribute. So just to make life easy, let me suggest this. Whenever you're subtracting fractions, the minus sign always distributes to both of those. Just do it right away to make life easy, like that. It's a really common mistake is to accidentally only put the minus on the front term, but you're subtracting the entire fraction on the right. So you got to subtract both those parts. Okay, what do you get then? That's 7x squared. Combine like terms, these two make minus, what is that? 26x over x minus 4. So, now, how are we going to factor? And now to simplify it from here, we need to factor the top. How do we factor that top? Is there a GCF? Do these three numbers all have something in common? No. So then what do we do to factor? Got to slide and divide that to the back. Slide and divide. So it becomes x squared minus 26x minus 56. 7 times 8 is 56 at the back there. Do the diamond. So what multiplies, adds? What multiplies to be minus 56? Adds to be minus 26. I don't know. So how do you do it? You got to take your 56. I'll put it over here. Take your 56. Don't worry about the negative. We'll come back to that and start dividing by numbers. Divide by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, until you get a pair of numbers that can make the 26 by adding or subtracting. 2 would be 28. Can 2 and 28 make 26? Oh yeah, that's it right away. 2 and 28. Sign in the bottom goes in the bigger, BB, bottom bigger. So minus 28 plus 2 adds to be minus 26, multiplies to be minus 56. So that means the factorization is x plus 2 and x minus 28, except we have to divide now. That's the slide. Now for the divide. Divide by what? Divide by that number in the front, 7. Now these two make 4, so this will become x minus this is 4. This part, you know how this part works. The 7 goes back there, huh? So that would be 7x plus 2, and then the x minus 4 on the bottom. This x minus 4. And then these guys cancel. The answer is 7x plus 2. Okay, I'm going to do now number 5 here. Yeah, this is number 5. Skip number 4. I think that'll be easy for you. Here's number 5. All right, so it's subtraction. Again, what does a minus sign do? It has to go to both those, right? So 6x squared minus 9 minus 5x squared. Watch out. Super easy mistake to make. So subtraction always distributes to both the 2 in the upper right. Okay, how do we simplify that? 6x squared minus 5x squared is x squared minus 9. And then we factor that top. That's a difference of squares. That's a double-double. X plus 3 over x plus 3, x minus 3 over x plus 3 cancels x minus 3. There we go. Okay, now we're on number 6. And they're asking us for the LCD, which means I'm only looking at denominators on this problem. I don't even care about the numerators. So I'm just taking 8x to the 4th and 2x to the 5th. I want to find the LCD, the common denominator. How do you do that? Well, basically, you're finding for the numbers in the front, you basically want to find a number that they both go into. So what do 2 and 8 both go into? They both go into 8, don't they? So you want a number they both go into. So that'd be 8. And that's the lowest number. They both go into 16 also, but the lowest number they both go evenly into is 8. And then for the letters, you take the highest power of each letter. So we've only got x, so the highest power would be x to the 5th, 8x to the 5th. That's the LCD. Basically, what the LCD is, that's something that they could both fit into, right? 8x to the 4th is inside of 8x to the 5th, and 2x to the 5th fits into 8x to the 5th. They're both in there. That's the container that holds either one of them. That's number 7 now. Trying to find the LCD, common denominator. How's this going to work? Well, basically, x plus 4 and x minus 4, what's the common denominator going to be? So the LCD, when it comes to letters, you take one of each letter package type. So one of each. So basically the LCD in this case will be an x plus 4 package and an x minus 4 package. That's it. We need the whole package because it's a glued together, like Costco glued together package. You need one of each. And that's the LCD, the common denominator. All right, so for this one, LCD again, let me again write the rules. LCD, one of each letter type to the highest power. So this is, and I'm not even looking at the numerators, just the denominators. This is x minus 7 squared. That one's already factored. This one you can take out of 5, and it's x minus 7. All right, so what's the LCD then? Well, here's the deal. It's one of every type to the highest power. So we have an x minus 7 type of package, and there's another x minus 7. Which one? We don't take them both. We just take the highest power one, right? One of each letter type to the highest power. So I'm going to take the x minus 7 squared. Let me write that better. And then the 5 that's in the front, you need that too. So for an LCD, you need one of everything. You need one of every variety that you see. So you see x minus 7 squared, a regular x minus 7, and a 5. It's like going shopping at the store. You're going to buy one of everything, but you're going to buy the highest price of everything. So imagine going to the store and say, I'm going to buy one of everything at the store today. But just one shampoo, the highest price shampoo. Just one flashlight, the highest price flashlight, etc. So you're going to buy one of each type to the highest power. So I only take one of these x minus 7s, the higher one, and then I take the 5. So one of every type to the highest power. Okay, so on this one, same kind of thing. But the fact is, these two denominators, x minus 3 and 3 minus x, that's all I care about is the denominators. They're basically the same. You know this one's just out of order. You can reorder it, and it'll be minus x plus 3, and then you can factor out negative 1 when the negative's in the front, right? Because negative 1 times x be negative x, negative times negative, positive 3. So that's the right factoring. Whenever we have negative in front, we factor out negative 1. So this and this is what we're looking at. So what's the LCD? Remember, we're shopping. One of each type, highest power. So we're going to the store. We're going to shop. We're going to buy one of everything. One shampoo, one flashlight, but the highest price shampoo, the highest price flashlight. So I'm going to take an X minus 3 package that's glued together with the pluses and minuses, and then the minus 1. And that's it. I don't take the other X minus 3. I'm only buying one of each type, the highest price. But there's no powers on anybody, so it's just all regular minus 1 and X minus 3. So here's number 12. I skipped 11. I think that'll be easy for you. So this is subtraction. Remember, subtraction, we must distribute to both in the upper right. Really easy mistake to make. So minus 12x plus 27, right? When that negative hits the minus 12, it's minus 12. And minus, it's the minus 27 becomes plus. Get to there. Now what do? We have to factor that numerator, don't we? So this will do a diamond. What multiplies, adds? What multiplies to be 27? Adds to be minus 12. 3 and 9, what signs? Both minus, huh? They multiply to be positive 27, and two negatives make negative 12. So that's x minus 3, x minus 9, a little shaky there, over x minus 3. These cancel. X minus 9, there's our answer. Okay, so here's number 13. This one looks hard at first, but if you look close, that's a divide. So multiplying and dividing is easy. You just got to factor everything and cancel. You don't need common denominator. So you got to flip, right? You got to flip the one on the right and change to times. So I'll flip it. 25x squared minus 36 over 8x squared plus 62x plus 42 over here, x cubed plus 7x squared, 5x cubed minus 6x squared. So we had to flip that one, and we changed to multiply, because dividing is upside down multiplication. So now we got a bunch of factoring. Let's factor this first. That's GCF. Take out what's in common. X squared leaves x plus 7. Whoops. Factor this. Again, GCF. Take out what x squared looks like. 5x minus 6. Yeah, times. Okay, now factor this guy. How do you factor? Is there a GCF on that one? No, there's nothing in common to 25 and 36. But it is a double-double, isn't it? This is 5x, 5x. This is 6 times 6. So 5x plus 6, 5x minus 6. 1 plus 1 minus to make minus 36. Now, how do we factor? Oh, that's going to be harder. How do we factor this piece down here? Well, first step, remember what the first step always is? Let's go up here. GCF, right? Is there a GCF? Looks like it. What is it? Is it 8? No, 8 doesn't go into 62. Is it just, it's just 2, I think. 2 leaves 4x squared plus 31x plus 21. Yeah, that's all. We couldn't have taken any more out in common. Now what are we going to do to keep going on the factoring? Well, this has a number in the front, so you know what we do. Slide and divide, right? So GCF first, and then slide and divide. Take that 4 and slide it to the back. So it's going to become x squared plus 31x, and then 4 times 21, 84 back there. Then we do our diamond, multiply, add. Two numbers that multiply to be 84, add to be 31. I don't know. You take the 84, use your calculator, divide by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. And you're looking all the time for two numbers that might add to be 31. Divide by 2 would be 42. Can 2 and 42 make 31? No way. Divide by 3. It's not going to work either, is it? Let's see. Divide by 3, 4, that would be 28, I think. Right, can 3 and 28 make 31? Oh, yeah, they do. That's it. 3 and 28, both positive, they add to be 31, they multiply to be 84. So there's my pair, 3 and 28. So this becomes, x plus 3, x plus 20, let me kind of get that out of the way here, x plus 28, bring down this 2 in the front, but that's just the slide. I still have to do the divide by that number that we multiplied in the front. Divide by 4, divide by 4. So you know how it works. This part is x plus 7, right? Because that divides. 3 doesn't divide by 4, so that 4 slides back. 4x plus 3. All right, so all of that goes down here. That was a lot of factoring. 4x plus 3, x plus 7 goes down there. Now I think we're ready to finish this problem. It's all finally factored. X squared, x plus 7, x plus 7, 5x minus 6, 5x minus 6. What is left? We're left with a 5x plus 6 on the top, this, and then these guys, 2 and 4x plus 3. There's the answer. That was a long one. So there's section 7.3.